right, Studio Bloc Masters, let's talk about the semifinals. When I get to ISO, obviously it kind of depends what my start number is. If I have quite a lot of time like today, I really like take it easy until I start warming up and like just play some games with my friends. Like today we played some soccer or just like have a good time and chill. Luckily, there are a lot of people like me that just like to enjoy their time in ISO before it gets serious. So I have a lot of friends in ISO usually, and a lot of those international friends you don't see that often. So you have a lot of stories to tell and like boulders you want to discuss about. And then once you start warming up, you kind of like switch into serious mode. I really would hate time in ISO if I would always just like sit around for 2 hours and focus only on what's ahead of me. I don't know, that would make me too nervous, and I'm someone that really likes to do things, so I'm not able to sit for like 2 hours. I would say like the 5 minutes before I go out to the boulder, or 10 minutes, is when I switch into serious mode, try to focus, try to really concentrate at what's in front of me. I knew there was going to be some crazy jump because you hear it in ISO already that the speaker is saying it's all about a jump, and it's definitely making it more difficult if you're like starting kind of late and you already know there are a lot of tops. There might even be people with 4 tops. Basically almost every boulder has been flashed, so you know there's a lot of pressure. You don't really have a lot of tries. You're supposed to do all the boulders if you want to make it to finals. If you don't do it in the first few tries, or you don't have the feeling you found the right beta, it stresses you and it makes it harder, and every try you feel like your time is running away, and that makes it mentally difficult as well. With jumps, they're so tricky, they're so much about body positioning that sometimes you just need a few tries to actually do them. So switching the beta means you might have those few try, or maybe 1 or 2 tries less on that beta that you're actually able to send on. So that's how you like kind of need to make the tactical decision. Is it worth it to change your beta? So I thought about it, but then I went back to the old beta because it didn't feel right away. So I felt like it's too risky. When I stuck the jump, I saw on the clock just 10 seconds left and tried to speed through. I mean, I had nothing to lose, right? I at least had the bonus, so I was just like risking it all. And I was lucky enough to still top it, because that kept me in the game at that moment, because I knew I had to do a lot of boulders and gave me some psych for the next boulders. I mean, if I wouldn't have even gotten the bonus on that one, it would have destroyed the whole semifinal for me, I think. I knew that after the first boulder, there was no way for me ever to make it with tries to finals, because I just had way too many tries on the first boulder. That's always a problem with jumps or run and jumps and tricky jumps like that. Yeah. On boulder number 2, it was a not really hard kind of technical start into like a slippery volume and then like a big move to a better hold. I wasn't 100% sure how good the hold was, and I didn't know until now after how other people did it, but I heard that they all crossed to that hold and I was the only one jumping into it Gaston. I'm not sure why I did that decision. It just felt right. I guess also because I felt like it might not be the best hold. I would have a better, more pressure on the hold if I go Gaston. If I would jump like this and it's a bad hold, I would just swing out. So maybe that was the thought process.
Festhalten ist eine Spezialität von Jakob Schubert. Und Eva hat eine schwere Sektion geschafft. Ganz stark, Eva. Jetzt handeln. Komm. Erstmal den nächsten Punkt holen. Da ist er.
I would say every boulder that's steep and not about jumping or balance or flexibility, just like fitness boulder, I always have confidence because I feel strong, and I feel like on those boulders it is about being strong. So if you're able to hold things well or easily, you're gonna send it. So if I see a boulder with pinches, I'm always confident. So yeah, this confidence definitely helps to send those boulders fast. And on the third one, I felt really well, like especially for the bottom section on the pinches. And then the only thing that felt sketchy was the last move, for sure. It was, again, mostly sketchy because I didn't know how the top hold was. So that always makes it difficult. Like, how do you grab it? Is it going to be more crimpy? Is it going to be a sloper? Is it going to be a jog? So you kind of like just need to risk it and go. And I was, luckily strong enough to hold the swing. Flash is always really important just because you get a bigger break back in ISO. I mean, it's basically 9 minutes instead of 5 minutes, which is almost double the amount, which makes your hands get cooler, which makes you have better friction. It gives your body some rest. I mean, yeah, less tries always helps you a lot. This one go where I fell from the bonus was the only go I wasn't able to go to the last move, and obviously I was frustrated because I knew I didn't have many tries left. Basically, it was that one try I had left. I knew I kind of want as many as possible for the last move, and at the same time, especially also in slabs, you often want to do them as quick as possible because every minute in your shoe you're sweating more, you don't stand on the volumes as well anymore, and yeah, I mean, in doing a slab, which is also a lot about mentality, taking it slow, being really calm, it's harder once you know this is your last try, this is the last few seconds. So obviously it would have been better to do it right away, and I actually even felt best on my first 2 tries. I feel sad that I wasn't able to do it because it's that one move that keeps me from going to finals. You should always try to also take the positive things out of a comp like this, especially if it's in front of your international season and you want to have confidence for that season. But for me, it's also really easy to take out a lot of positive things from this comp. I felt really strong in qualification, and I felt like the only 2 boulders that were about fitness I flashed in semis, so that gives me confidence. There was not that much I did wrong. It was basically 2 moves. It was not even 2 boulders. It was just 2 moves. It was that first jump in the first one and that balancing move on the last one. So these are 2 moves I didn't do well on, and that's why I didn't make finals. But I felt like I did really well on all the other moves, and that's a positive thing. And it still gives me confidence for the upcoming season.